Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Police are searching for whoever shot a man at an apartment complex in South Bakersfield last night. We'll tell you what happened coming up.
A man accused of pretending to be a rideshare driver and caught looking in the windows of a home in northwest Bakersfield is due in court.
The World AG Expo kicks off this week. 17's Taylor Shaw takes us behind the scenes as presenters prepare to show farmers the latest technology. This is Monday, February 10th, 2020. Good morning, 5 a.m. Good to have you with us. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Alex Fisher.
And we're taking a look at your forecast on this Monday. And we had a little bit of weather yesterday. It wasn't terrible. I just saw the winds kind of pick up a little bit. How about you in the mountains?
Yeah, they were pretty noisy in the mountains.
Yeah, and the rain never materialized, as we talked about last week. If you remember, we had two different models saying two different things. And the no rain model was right on track. But the one thing, the biggest difference yesterday that was the talk about was, the breeze, but the cooler temperature. Saturday, we hit 71 degrees in Bakersfield, and then yesterday we were only in the upper 50s, so a big difference from Saturday to Sunday. And right now we sit at 40 degrees in Bakersfield with a light wind out of the east at 3. Here's a look at the day, starting out in the 30s, and then we'll be in the lower 60s throughout the afternoon under mostly sunny conditions. And then for the mountains, 33 degrees in Tehachapi with a southeast wind at 3 right now. And as we take a look at the day, we should be in the 50s. We are going to keep those winds around throughout the day as well. No advisories in place, but it's definitely going to be breezy to windy. We'll talk much more about your forecast coming up in just a little bit, but first let's get a check of the morning commute with Alex.
All right, Kev, thanks so much. And here's a look outside for the first time at the 99 at Airport Drive. And as you can see, things are looking pretty good on that side of town. If you are headed into the downtown area, just know that the intersection of 24th and Oak Street is closed right now. It should be opening momentarily after a weekend of construction. So just keep that in mind that if you're leaving the door out the door within the next few minutes or so, you could run into some slowing in that part of town as crews continue to pick up after this weekend's construction. We'll have another look at your morning commute coming up in about 15 minutes. It is 5:02 and police say a gunman is still on the loose after he shot a man in South Bakersfield. It all happened around 6:30 last night at an apartment complex near the corner of Teal St and Hughes Lane. First responders found the victim, who was taken to the hospital in serious condition, but officials say he is stable.
No one's in custody. We're still in the preliminary stages of the investigation, and it's rapidly unfolding currently.
Police have not released any information about the shooter. It is unclear what led up to the shooting. If you have any information, you're asked to call police at 327-7111.
New this morning on Sunrise, reckless driving ends in an arrest for 3 people. It all happened yesterday on Cottonwood Road and East Bell Terrace. BPD says officers tried to stop a gray Lexus that was driving recklessly. The driver, 21-year-old Kevin Salazar, fled the car after a short pursuit with officers. There were 2 passengers in that vehicle, 19-year-old Sean Faria and a 16-year-old. All 3 were arrested on gang-related charges. And another driver is accused of reckless driving after crashing into a home yesterday. Take a look at this. You can see the car completely mangled against the side of that house. This was in northwest Bakersfield on Callaway Drive. CHP says the driver was behaving recklessly at the time of the crash. CHP also says the driver has a history of reckless driving. No one was home when the car crashed into the home. The driver had minor injuries.
Several guns are off the streets this morning after police found they were stolen. Here's a look at the guns BPD found during a search at a home on Easter Street yesterday. Officers say ammunition for the guns was also found. The guns recovered include a short-barreled shotgun. That gun was reported stolen. Another shotgun, 2 pistols, and an AK-style rifle were also recovered. Anthony Reed was arrested and booked into county jail.
5:04 and now to an update. We now know the name of a man who was arrested in connection with an armed robbery in East Bakersfield. The sheriff's office arrested 37-year-old Jaime Gonzalez. Deputies were called out to Niles Street near Valencia Drive just before 10 o'clock Friday night. Deputies say a man and woman were sitting inside their vehicle when Gonzalez approached and broke their car window. They say Gonzalez then tried to shoot the man, but the gun didn't go off. That's when he ran off with the victim's cell phone. Deputies tracked the phones to the area of Valencia and Rosewood, but deputies lost the suspect, and 2 hours later, a witness spotted Gonzalez, and he was arrested in a nearby alley. He faces charges including attempted murder and assault with a deadly weapon. One of the victims was hurt, but is expected to be okay.
It is 5:05, and in your 17 Core Watch, the murder trial for a local war veteran accused of killing his parents is coming to a close. Closing arguments in the case of Derek Connell are expected today. Connell is charged with the grisly murder of his mother and stepfather, Kim and Christopher Higginbotham, in 2016. The prosecution argues Connell killed both his mom and stepdad after coming home from a night of heavy drinking. The defense says Connell killed his stepfather after finding Higginbotham killed Connell's mother. If Connell is found guilty on 2 counts of first-degree murder, he faces life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Happening tomorrow, the man accused of posing as a rideshare driver and trying to assault women is expected in court. Last week, Nassef Regeb was caught on surveillance cameras looking through the windows of a home around Brimhall in Jewetta in northwest Bakersfield. Investigators discovered Regeb previously posed as an Uber or Lyft driver in an effort to get women into his car. On at least one instance, police say Regeb tried to forcibly kiss a woman after driving her home. Regeb was previously listed as a suspect in related offenses that were reported to BPD and KCSO in 2018 and 2019.
Family and friends held a vigil for the man who was killed at a smoke shop in Oildale last week. Last Tuesday, you may remember, deputies say 34-year-old Jesse Lopez stabbed and killed Tracy Elliott in a parking lot outside Sunshine Smoke Shop on Roberts Lane. Elliott died at the hospital. Lopez faces a charge of first-degree murder.
A man was arrested Friday night after police found an illegal gaming facility in East Bakersfield. Police conducted a search warrant just after 10 Friday night at a home on Niles Street near Gage Street. Officers arrested 22-year-old Hector Ceja Tapia on charges including possession of illegal gaming devices and maintaining an illegal gaming facility. Officers confiscated 2 large fish gaming tables, 2 arcade-style games, 11 computers, and more than $1,000.
5:07 now, and Valentine's Day is this Friday, and we have a sweet treat for your Valentine. Our annual Cupid's Challenge kicks off Wednesday at the Downtown Doors on California Avenue in I Street. It is a one-stop shop to grab your Valentine's Day gifts and help out a worthy nonprofit all at the same time. Now, you're taking a look at video from last year's fundraiser where the community helped raise more than $18,000. Buy a box of Doors, choose for your sweetheart, and the proceeds will benefit the Mindaburu Foundation, a Kern County nonprofit dedicated to helping families with ill children. Each box is $20. Online sales are open now until February 29th. The event runs from 5 a.m. until 7 p.m. on Wednesday, and we'll be out there. Channel 17 will be out there from Doors all day.
5:08 now, Houchin Community Blood Bank's adding a new donation bus to its life-saving fleet. It's called the Big Red Bus, and it's making its debut this morning at Houchin's Bolthouse Donor Center. Now Houchin has 4 buses it uses to collect donations. The new bus was made possible in part by generous donations from the Harry and Ethel West Foundation, the Ben H. and Gladys Arkelian Foundation.
I don't think you'll be able to miss that bus now.
No,
it is going to be driving down, and it'll be very noticeable. All right, it is 5:08, and the tragic helicopter crash that killed NBA legend Kobe Bryant and his daughter also took the lives of 7 others.
How one family lost in the crash is being honored today.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News with Maddie Jansen, Alex Fisher, and Kevin Charette with your Pinpoint Doppler forecast. This is 17 News at Sunrise.
We're back here at 5:19. Today, a memorial service will be held for members of the Altobelli family who died in a helicopter crash alongside NBA star Kobe Bryant.
Orange Coast College baseball coach John Altobelli and his wife Carrie and their daughter Alyssa were among 9 people killed in the January 26th helicopter crash. A public memorial service for the family is scheduled at Angel Stadium in Anaheim. Community members held a vigil for Alyssa Altobelli last week in her hometown of Newport Beach. Today's memorial service starts at 4 p.m.
The 53rd annual World Ag Expo kicks off this week in Tulare with people and companies from all over coming together to get a look at the future of agriculture.
Yeah, and 17's Taylor Shaw is live this morning from the grounds with a preview of the highly anticipated event. Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning, Alex, and that's right. Entering its 53rd year, it's the largest annual outdoor ag trade festival in the world. And joining me right now to discuss it is the chairman, Jim Parsley. And I could not be more excited to be here right now. It's awesome. The grounds, I could not believe how big it was until I got here. What's going to be taking place over the next couple of days?
Taylor, probably the biggest thing that's going to happen today, we have a bunch of vendors that have some big pieces of equipment. They're going to be shining these things, making them look pretty. This thing's going to be ready to go tomorrow morning. Mm-hmm. And with that being the case, all of the support people, we have 1,200 volunteers that are just waiting for people to arrive tomorrow.
Wow. And speaking of people, there was over 100,000 attendees last year. How many are you guys expecting this year?
With everything that we're seeing right now, we have beautiful weather in front of us. We have a beautiful city that has, roughly speaking, about 87,000 people that live here. We're anticipating about 115,000 people that are going to be coming to this little community. Largest trade show, largest World Ag Expo in the world. And so we're excited about this being here.
So there's so many incredible things that are going on this week here. But one of the cool things that you told me is there's actually an app that will kind of help you find your way around the grounds and also find the food booths. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
You know, we have a great app. We encourage people to get the app. It's an easy app to find. It's World Ag Expo. Get the app, take a look at what you want to find, the things, especially if you were looking just food, the foods that you like. But then what we encourage people to do, get here, jump on a tram, go around and make a list of what you want to see because there are a bunch of incredible things to see. And by the time that you do that, you're going to find yourself kind of hungry around here. We have about 34 food booths. Yeah. The food booths are all manned by individual 501c3 charities. And so those charities are very broad. Some of them help young people in school atmospheres with band situations, sometimes in the arts. We have booths that help deal with our veterans and various needs that the veterans have. It could be indigent people that need assistance. And these charities go on and on. After our show is over, many of those charities have gotten their coffers kind of full, and they help our community throughout the rest of the entire year. So when you come, buy a sandwich, enjoy the food that's here. We have incredible food here.
Awesome. Hey, Jim, thank you so much. And it all kicks off tomorrow at 9 a.m., and I could not be more excited. It sounds like it's going to be an amazing time, and it's going to do a lot for this community. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, such a big deal, Taylor. Thanks so much. We'll check back in with you in just a few minutes.
5:22 now. Hundreds of passengers quarantined on a cruise ship to stop the spread of the coronavirus.
Yeah, up next on Sunrise, we'll tell you about all the new cases confirmed on the boat and when passengers will be allowed to disembark.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
We're back at 5:25 now. A warning for parents this morning. A popular baby carrier is being recalled and pulled from the shelves. Around 14,000 baby carriers are being recalled because of faulty buckles, which could cause a child to fall out. The Infantino carriers were sold at Target and Amazon late last year and include the Go Forward, Flip Front, and Up Close models. So far, no injuries have been reported. For more information on the recall, go to the company's website at infantino.com. Gas prices are falling. The average price of regular gas dropped 7 cents over the past 2 weeks. Now the national average price per gallon is $2.53. The drop is due to falling crude oil costs, and the price at the pump may continue to fall. This because the current supply of gasoline is greater than the demand. It seems there's a national day for everything, but if your laptop is running a little slow, you might want to pay attention to this one. It's National Clean Out Your Computer Day. NBC's Chris Clackham shows us how to delete unnecessary junk that clutters up your device.
different angle.
Today's the day set aside for your devices and the real reason why they may be moving so slowly.
This day is about kind of taking control of that, not just with your computers, but with your phones too.
Taking control on National Clean Out Your Computer Day means cleaning out what should have been cleaned out years ago.
For most folks, it's going to be multimedia files, photos, videos, maybe old MP3s you downloaded from back in the day.
Files that are memorable, just not currently meaningful.
If you have a computer and you use it for everything, stuff will just accumulate in folders all over the place.
Folders of not just videos, photos, and music, but documents and downloads.
People download a lot of stuff off the internet, and it just sits there in this one big folder, taking up enormous amounts of space.
Getting rid doesn't necessarily mean deleting forever, just moving it to an external hard drive or one of those USB storage sticks.
There's a little shortcut on the USB stick, and you double click on that, and then it launches, and it'll find all of your photos and then copy them to the USB stick.
And when finally cleaning out your computer, don't forget to empty the recycle or trash bin. Chris Clackham, NBC News.
And experts say you should also take the time to clean out the outside of your computer and phone as well. Canned air can help remove all that gunk from your keyboard, and special wipes are available to clean your screens. All right, well, I need to get on that. Alex.
Yeah, and also clean up all the bacteria, too.